Report 1.3 allows us to monitor the trends and growth of promotions by subcategories. This report allows you to observe if there has been any changes in the promotion shares of each subcategory within that one category, and allows you to look deeper whether these changes in promotions are happening in one medium only or in multiple mediums. It also helps to highlight the importance of each subcategory within the category. In order to generate the report, we'll go through the selections. The first selection is for market. Now, if you're currently subscribed to East Malaysia data, you'll be able to see Sabah and Sarawak under the drop-down options as well. If you're not currently subscribed to East Malaysia data, you'll only be able to see West Malaysia under selections. Under date range, you're only allowed to select up to 24 months of data. If you were to select more than 24 months of data, you'll see this error message at the bottom, which means you have to redo your entire selection for date range. So for this example, we'll be looking into the first quarter of 2020. Next is the sources. Under sources, there's all sources for national promotions and all regional data for regional promotions. Regional promotions are usually leaflets or mailers that are published in conjunction with opening of new stores. And for certain retailers like Billion, each region will have its own promotions, which means not all Billion stores will have the same promotion. All sources, meanwhile, refers to national promotions. For example, Giant. When Giant publishes its mailer, the promotions are applicable to every single Giant store in Peninsular Malaysia. So for this example, we'll be looking into mailer and newspaper only first. Next is the promotion type. So promotion types are separated into three: normal promotion, fringe promotion, and buy X free Y. Normal promotion is any promotion with a product description and a price. Range promotion refers to when more than one item is promoted in one feature, and instead of a promotion price, they'll usually give us a percentage discount or a price range. And lastly is buy X free Y. Buy X free Y is something that is only spotted in in-store promotions or promotions in convenience stores and petrol marts. So these are the promotions where no price is given. It is only stated that if you purchase product X, you will get product Y for free. So as we've chosen only mailer and newspaper as our sources, I'll exclude buy X free Y from the selection. Next is channels. So in MailerTrack, we're tracking CVS, which consists of convenience stores and petrol marts, hypermarkets, pharmacies, and also supermarkets. For the purpose of this example, we'll be looking into hypermarket and supermarket data first. And lastly is the categories. So for your categories, when you click down, the first thing you'll see is the departments. And if you click down further on the departments, you'll also see the breakdown of all the categories within that department that you are subscribed to. So you have the options of continue clicking on the drop down to look for the category that you like, or if you already have an idea of what you'd like to see, you can just type it in and make your selection. So when you type in and click on the category, all subcategories will be included in the selection. However, if you're only looking at certain subcategories within that one category, what you can do is just untick the subcategories that you don't wish to see. So for this example, we'll be looking into milk powder, but instead of looking at all subcategories, we'll be looking into gum mask and gum premium only. The save function here can be useful to you in the sense that it helps you save time when making the selection. So if you're already happy with this selection, if you click on save, the next time you come into this report, all of this will be pre-selected for you, so you do not have to make the selection all over again. If you like to make changes to the selections, all you need to do is press reset and everything will go back to the default. And once you've made your new selection, you can click on save again. So for now, since we're already done with our selection, we can click on update. And this is what will be generated. You can minimize the selection box since we don't need it anymore. The first chart here shows the mailer promotion features trend by subcategories, while the one on the right here shows the trend in newspapers. Gum Premium is the blue bar chart since it's the more promoted subcategory, followed by Gum Mass, which is what you see in red here. So from here, what you can see is the past 6 months trend of the category you selected. So regardless of the date range you selected, whether it be 3 months, 6 months, or even a whole year, the first two charts here will only be showing 6 months of data. And if you scroll down further, you'll see the breakdown of the trend for mailer and also newspaper. And if you scroll down further, you'll actually see the share of the promotions. The two charts at the bottom here shows the split between the subcategory promotions in the medium that we selected. So the split of Gum Premium and Gum Mass in mailer, and the split of Gum Premium and Gum Mass in newspapers. Now please remember to be careful with the legend here. So you can see that in mailers, Gum Premium is blue and Gum Mass in red, but in newspaper, Gum Mass is actually blue and Gum Premium is red. And then if you scroll down further, you'll see the breakdown of these charts and also the growth rate for each medium. So as I mentioned, this report allows you to see the trend and the growth of the subcategories within one category. So from here, you can see in mailers and newspapers, during the last quarter of last year, you can see that both Gum Premium and Gum Mass showed similar trends in mailers and in newspapers. However, in the first quarter 2020, for mailers, Gum Premium increased in promotions up until February and started declining in March, whereas Gum Mass started increasing in January but declined straight away after that. You can see a similar trend for Gum Mass in newspaper as well. It increased in January and started declining since then. However, for Gum Premium was declining since November of 2019. It increased in February 2020 but dropped straight away after that. From this, we can see that Gum Mass showed similar trends in both mailers and newspapers, but the same cannot be said for Gum Premium. So if you scroll down, you can actually see the breakdown of these trends. For this table, once you hover over it, the cursor will change into a hand cursor, which means that you can actually click on it. So once we click on it, we'll be able to see the breakdown of the promotions that was happening in Jan 2020 for Gum Premium. So the selection at the top here allows you to choose between the different types of promotion. So right now, all that is displayed here is normal promotion. But if you change it to range discount, then it will show you the range discount that was promoted during that month. For the following chart, it shows us the split in subcategories in each medium and the growth they've seen. So in mailer promotions, you can see that Gum Premium, during the first quarter of 2019, 70% of the promotions were for Gum Premium, while 30% was for Gum Mass. However, in the first quarter of 2020, we can see that the share of Gum Premium promotions has reduced to 60%, while Gum Mass promotions have increased to almost 40%. And a similar thing can be said for the newspaper promotions as well. Gum Premium had 70% of the promotions in 2019, but in 2020, it's been reduced to 50%, while Gum Mass, who only had 30% of the promotions in 2019, increased to 50%. So you can see that in newspapers, instead of the 70-30 split we see last year, both Gum Mass and Gum Premium are now promoted equally. And for mailers, less attention is being given to Gum Premium to make more room for Gum Mass promotions. And if you go further down, you'll also be able to see this in more detail. So while Gum Premium promotions have declined in share in both mailers and newspapers, you can see the difference in the decline itself. So in mailers, the decline was only about 3%. However, in newspapers, Gum Premium decline was 60%. And as for gum mass, while the numbers itself was declining, which led to our negative growth here, the share has increased from 30% here to 50% here. So we can also use this to relate it back to the graph that we see on the top. So as I mentioned here, gum premium was declining in Jan 2020 instead of increasing. So we can probably relate this back to the chart at the bottom. So from here we can see that most likely one of the reasons for the 60% decline in gum premium newspaper promotions was because of the lack of promotions for gum premium you see in Jan 2020 here. And from this knowledge, we can actually dig down further and compare it again to our sales data. So we know that there has been a decline in gum premium promotions in mailer and more obviously in newspapers. So has that had any effect on the sales itself? Has the lesser promotions for gum premium led to a lesser sales contribution in hypermarket and supermarket? Or has it remained unaffected? So in future, this is the report that you can use whenever you need to check on the importance of the subcategories within a category and whether it has changed in the current year versus a year ago, and where the promotions are being done.